गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम। Let there be peace, let there be peace and love amongst all the human beings of the universe. Let there be peace, let there be peace. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We have started the contemplation on the chapter number 18, that is the story of a Veetahavya, Veetahavya. Very enchanting story. We are done with the first topic, that is Prana Spanda Nirod. What this topic has to tell us? This topic has to tell us how to lead a simple and disciplined life when you are in the world with the consciousness that you have dropped the body identification, you have dropped the jiva identification by contemplating on the right thoughts in the world. जगत में जो सही सही चीजें है उस पर कॉन्टेम्पलेट करने से, उसका विचार करने से, उसकी इंक्वायरी करने से, उसके बारे में सोचने से ऐसी भूमिका अपने मन की हो जाती है कि देयर ओनली रिमेन्स इज द ब्लिस ब्लिस एंड ब्लिस, ओनली हैप्पीनेस हैप्पीनेस हैप्पीनेस, ट्रैंक्विलिटी ट्रैंक्विलिटी ट्रैंक्विलिटी, लाइकवाइज। और वही पहले टॉपिक में प्राण स्पंदन निरोध में बताया गया है। बिकॉज व्हेन दिस वीतहव्य मुनि वाज कॉन्टेम्पलेटिंग, तो उसको पता चला कि माइंड जो है वो एक चीज से दूसरे चीज पे, दूसरे चीज से तीसरे चीज पे दौड़ते रहता है। jumps from one object to another object to another object, maybe from vessel to the garment, garment to the another spacious cart, and it keeps on wandering. So then, like a intoxicated monkey, so what has to be done? He has thought over it, and he has understood that without investigation, without inquiry, this mind is not going to listen to us. So he inquired, and when he did the inquiry, he has understood three things: that pratibhasik jiv, when you are enjoying and suffering during dream, that is called as pratibhasik jiv. When vyavaharik jiv, when you are like with the upadhis like mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, in-laws, outlaws, likewise vyavaharik jiv. And important is a paramarthik jiv. We start working on the mind. See, everything external is good in the relative world. Nobody denies that. It is correct. Like there will be joy, there will be sorrow. But why the mind should remain in a miserable condition? Because everything happens in the mind. That has to be understood. And unless you know that, we have to control the mind by a mind only. अपने अशुद्ध मन से ही मन को कंट्रोल करना है। जो मन अपना संसार में दौड़ रहा है, जगत में दौड़ रहा है, और उसको ही अपने को शांत करना है। कैसे? टेल हिम हु एम आई, अपन कौन है ये पूछने को लगाओ। So likewise he contemplated when a prana spanda nirod he could achieve, and likewise one day we will discover that the illuminator is not disturbed by the illumined. जो illumined हुआ उससे illuminator कभी disturb होता नहीं। Then he started reflecting, let mind be free from agitations. ये हमारा मन सब agitation से free रहना चाहिए। Mind should come to a halt without going to sleep. नींद को गए बगैर वो halt होना चाहिए। When mind is disturbed, we don't contemplate. What we do is we argue, we object, we comment, and we discuss. But this is because we have not understood the तात्पर्य निर्णय, moral of the story अपने को पता नहीं चली, इसलिए we do like that. It is like a thrown in the foot, removed by another thorn, and both the thrones are thrown away. Similarly, desire of worldly things is removed by the desire to have no desire. And then he start reflecting and contemplating. Likewise, only concern is let the mind be at peace. अपना मन शांत रहना चाहिए. In the peaceful mind only the contemplative thoughts are possible. Peaceful mind में ही contemplative thoughts possible है. So running outside stop, worrying inside stop. बाह्यन अभ्यंतरम. बाह्य भी स्टॉप हो गया, अंदर भी स्टॉप है हो गया. नाउ वी आर ओनली concerned about our mind, should be at peace. Everything is happening in the mind. So if mind is disturbed, life is disturbed. If the mind is at peace, life is at peace. Mind is disturbed, world is possible. Mind is at peace, world is beautiful. Very important. So now we are starting the second topic. This was done yesterday. Second topic is चित्त समाधानम, the contemplation of the mind. इतना सब करने के बाद पता चला है कि contemplation of mind is an important thing. So now we start with the shloka number 18, chapter number 18, page number 183. दीनान्ते स समाधातुं पुनरेव मनोदधे इदानीं चिन्तयानार्थ तथा तिष्ठामि शैलवत् कलाकलनम् अस्ति नास्तीति भङ्गकत्वाति स्वच्छता गता. Meaning, at the end of day, he again directed his mind to contemplate. फिर से उसने नेक्स्ट डे को contemplate करने के लिए अपने माइंड को मजबूर किया. नाउ देयर इज नो पर्पस और बाय थिंकिंग. नाउ स्टेइंग इज माइंड. अभी कोई विचार करके कोई फायदा नहीं. पता चल गया. बिकॉज व्हाट पता चल गया? वेदर यू लाइक इट और नॉट, वेदर यू नो इट और नॉट, वेदर यू वांट इट और नॉट, यू आर डिवाइन. पता चल गया डिवाइन है. तो अभी क्या सोचना है? अभी क्या फिर बार बार वही कॉन्टेम्पलेट सोचते रहना है? Therefore I shall remain like a mountain, having broken the understanding it is and it is not, and gone to the state of very great clarity. उसको पता चल गया अभी. Now remain as like mountain. Nothing happens to the mountain. Remain as is sky. Everything happens under the sky, but nothing happens to the sky. तो वो समझ चुका है. So that then he said, stupid mind, two opposite things can never come together. वो अपने मन को बता रहा है, यार तू तो स्टूपिड है, तेरे को समझता नहीं. प्योर कॉन्शियसनेस, माइंड आर एब्सोल्युटली टू डिफरेंट थिंग्स. अपना प्योर कॉन्शियसनेस जो है वो ईश्वर है, वो परमात्मा है, वो सेल्फ है, अनडिवाइडेड फ्रैगमेंटेड कॉन्शियसनेस है, वो अलग है. और मन में जो विचार आ रहे हैं, मन में की विचार अलग है. वो दोनों एक नहीं हो सकते. तो क्या करना चाहिए? सो दे कैन नेवर कम टुगेदर. सो इसलिए बोला इज और इज नॉट कैंसल ईच अदर एंड व्हाट रिमेन्स द ट्रूथ. है ना? हो सकता है कभी तुमको लगेगा ईज है, कभी लगेगा ईज नॉट है. तो दोनों एक में को कैंसिल कर देंगे. कैसे कैंसिल कर दे? है तो है, नहीं है तो नहीं है. उसमें क्या? कभी अपने को रसगुल्ला खाने को मिल गया तो मिल गया, तो मिल गया. नहीं मिला तो नहीं मिला. दोनों में खुशी मनाना है. every time the mind should be tranquil. Your mind should be, the most important characteristics of mind should be, it should be always at a peace. तो फिर वो बताते हैं आगे में, क्या बताते हैं? I am everywhere. मैं सब तरफ हूँ. अहम ब्रह्मास्मि, अहम ब्रह्मास्मि. और I am nowhere. I am nothing. मैं तो कुछ भी नहीं हूँ. I am nothing. ब्रह्म सत्य जगन मिथ्या. कुछ भी नहीं हूँ. Either of this you have to take. So everything happens only in mind. If you catch this point, it will make a lot of difference. एक बार ऐसे ये पॉइंट कैच कर दी, भाई सब चीजें जो हो रही है अपने मन में हुई. बाहर में कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा है जगत में, सब मन में हो रहा है. ये जिसको समझ गया वो बहुत आगे चले गया है. So the real spiritual practice is going beyond mind. Real spiritual practice क्या है? रियल अपनी साधना क्या है? मन के आगे जाना. Not fighting with the mind. मन से लड़ाई नहीं करना. So do the contemplation. Because of wrong notion, you have ankar. You start thinking that I am the jiva, I am the mind, and the reality comes in. So give up this wrong notion. So what is the thought you have to do? Who goes to the sleep? सोने कौन जा रहा है? There is no one who goes to sleep. सोने कौन जाता है कोई पता ही नहीं, क्योंकि sleep comes and that's it. So what has to be done now? It has been told in next shloka, that is 1920. इति संचित्त सज्ञाने पुनस्तस्तो दिनाति षट् तथा प्रबुधमापन्नं तन सुप्तं विवादगं तथा सिद्धं चिरं कालं जीवन मुक्ततया स्थिति. Thus having reflected, he again remained in meditation for 6 days. That means such a long period. Then he regained his earthly consciousness, just as the wayfarer who has slept for a while. Thus accomplished in the realization of truth, he remained for a long time in the state of liberation while living. इस प्रकार वो जीवन मुक्त स्टेट में रहा. कैसे? He reflected, he stayed at one place like a mountain. He said, is or is not going to make me any effect. So what is the mantra we have seen? Dekho, suno, bolo mat. See, hear, don't talk. If you see everything around, hear whatever is happening around, without any comments, you are in samadhi. You remain tranquil, you remain contented, you remain peaceful, you remain happy, you remain relaxed, you remain cool. If you are in the state like dekho, see, suno, hear, bolo mat, don't talk. So dekho, suno, bolo mat, hear, see, don't talk. If you follow this mantra, absolutely you will be tranquil. And likewise, this Muni Veetahavya also done the same thing, and he went into the consciousness, deep meditation, and from there he came through earthly consciousness. He came like a wayfarer, as if it is only 1 minute has happened. So such a deep meditation is there. If you meditate, you will feel only 1 minute has happened, and you come cheerful, happily. Whereas if you do some physical meditation with lot of auto sessions, sometimes then you have fatigue. So that is not here. Here it is always cheerful, happy. Then accomplishing the realistic of the truth, he remained for a long time in the state of liberation while living. Oh, long time state of liberation while living. And next shloka 21. Videha kevali bhave vancha prapta tatha kramat baddha padmasana astitva tatro vachatma manatmani. Then having gradually acquired the desire for the state of bodiless aloneness in the spirit, liberation without the body, and remaining firm in padmasana, that is yogic meditative pose, he spoke to himself within. Again he started a contemplation, and what is that contemplation? He has dropped the body identification, he has dropped the self identification, and then he started again thinking that I am not the body, I am not the Jiva, I am not the Ishvara, I am only that I am. So, which is required, and then he started in 22nd shloka Raga Niragatam Gacha Dvesha Nirdvesh Shatam Braja Bhavadhyam Suchirakalam Ya Prakritam Maya. So, he now started contemplating after sitting in Padmasana, thinking about the body consciousness, and there he was very cool and remaining very tranquil, very happy, very contented every time. And what he thought is passion, go to passionlessness. Hate, proceed to the state free of hatred. I have played with you for a long time here. What he's saying is he's telling in shloka number 22, he's sitting in Padmasana and dropped his body consciousness. That means he's although living in the body, but he is not working as a body. He is working in the mind as a mind because he knows everything is happening in the mind. So now he is giving the auto suggestion to his mind. क्या auto suggestion दे रहा है? राग निरागतम गच्छ, द्वेष निर्द्वेषता व्रज. राग निरागतम गच्छ. That means passion. Go to the passionlessness. Is a passion hai to go to passionlessness. He's talking to the passion. Hate. He's talking to the hate. Proceed to the state of free of hatred. Hate अभी मेरे को तेरा सुनने का नहीं है, मैं किसी को hate नहीं करूँ. Passion अभी मेरे को तेरा सुनने का नहीं है, मैं passionlessness हो रहा हूँ. I have played with you for a very long time here. मैंने बहुत समय में passion भी किया और hate भी किया लोगों को. अब nothing doing, अब बहुत हो गया तुम्हारा नाटक खत्म. Nothing doing, so that's what he says. Raga niragatam gaccha, dvesha nirdveshe vraja, bhavadvyam suchiram kalam, यह प्रकृति मया. मैं बहुत देर तक तुम्हारे साथ खेलते रहा. राग द्वेष लोभ मोह मद मत्सर ये मैं करते रहा. आई वॉज कंटिन्यूसली आफ्टर राग. दैट मीन्स लविंग सम पीपल. द्वेष, hating some people. Rag dvesh lobh, trying to accumulate the things and beings. Lobh, moha, accumulations. Moha, mada, matsar. So likewise, I was continuously doing that. Now nothing doing. Goodbye. Enough of it. I don't want any more. Next shloka is 23. Bhoga namastestu yugamabhyam janma koti shatanyaham bhavadvim lalito loke lalakaire vibalaka. Enjoyment, salutation to you. I have been fondled by you during hundreds of millions of births in this world, just as a child by fondlers. किससे बात कर रहे हैं वो? वीतहव्य मुनि अपने आप से बात कर रहे हैं, पद्मासन में बैठे हुए, उन्होंने बॉडी कॉन्शियसनेस ड्रॉप कर दिया, देह कॉन्शियसनेस ड्रॉप कर दिया, देह और ईश्वर कॉन्शियसनेस भी ड्रॉप कर दिया। उसके बाद वो बोल क्या रहे हैं? ही इज सेइंग एंजॉयमेंट, इज टॉकिंग टू हिज ओन एंजॉयमेंट, सैल्यूटेशंस टू यू। ये आपको नमस्कार, एंजॉयमेंट आपको नमस्कार। आई हैव बीन फॉन्डल्ड बाय यू ड्यूरिंग हंड्रेड ऑफ मिलियंस ऑफ बर्थ्स। भोगा नमस्तेस्तु युषभ्यम जन्म जन्म कोटि शतान्यहम। हंड्रेड्स ऑफ मिलियंस ऑफ बर्ड्स मेरे को आप उल्लू बनाते आए, एंजॉयमेंट में फंसा के रख दिया। मिलियंस ऑफ बर्ड्स जस्ट एज अ चाइल्ड बाय द फॉल्डर। जैसा एक बालक को जो खिलाने वाला होता है, वो जैसा उसको बुद्धू बना के खिलाते रहता है। सो आई अंडरस्टूड नाउ, इट इज ऑल योर ट्रिक, गुड बाय, आई डोंट वांट यू एनी मोर एंजॉयमेंट। भैया आप निकल जाओ यहाँ से, मेरे को आप नहीं चाहिए, आपने मेरे को खूब परेशान किया, इतने जन्मों जन्मों से आप परेशान करते आ रहे हैं, मुझे अब फिर से एंजॉयमेंट में फंसाने का नहीं। सो नेक्स्ट श्लोक का 24। सो एक एक चीजें वो ड्रॉप कर रहे हैं। अभी तक क्या ड्रॉप किया उन्होंने? हेट्रेड ड्रॉप कर दिया, उसके बाद अभी एंजॉयमेंट ड्रॉप कर दिया। चलिए अभी श्लोक नंबर 24 में देखते हैं व्हाट इज गोइंग टू ड्रॉप। इमामपि परम पुण्यम निर्वाण पदवीयम ये न विस्मारितम तस्मै सुखायस्तु नमो नमः। Repeated salutation to that pleasure by which I have been made to forget even this highest and holy position of nirvana, that is absorption in absolute consciousness or liberation from the limitations of the matter by union with the supreme spirit। हाँ भैया, फिर से आपको भी नमस्कार करता हूँ। प्लेजर्स, जिंदगी में जितने प्लेजर्स आए, गुड बाय, आई डोंट वांट यू एनी मोर, आई ऑलरेडी ड्रिवन अवे हेट्रेड, आई ऑलरेडी ड्रिवन अवे एंजॉयमेंट, आई एम नाउ ड्रीविंग यू ऑल्सो प्लेजर। भैया जाओ, हमें नहीं चाहिए, क्योंकि आपने मुझे बुद्धू बना के रखा था, मेरे को एब्सोल्यूट कॉन्शियसनेस के साथ एक होने नहीं दिया। या जगत में जो लिबरेशन लिबरेशन लोग कहते हैं, यानी यूनियन विद द सुप्रीम स्पिरिट, मेरे इष्ट देवत के साथ जो मेरा यूनियन है, वो आपने करने नहीं दिया। बिकॉज you have done sukha yastu namo nama, you are what you have done is you also played a mischief with me। आपने मेरे को इसमें फंसा के रख दिया, and then I have gone bad, I never thought about my ishta devat or maybe my union with the supreme spirit। So goodbye, I don't want you anymore। shloka number 25। तदुक्त तप्तेन हे दुःखं मया आत्मान विशिष्टादरात् तस्मात् तदुपदिष्टायं मम मार्गो नमस्तु मे। O sorrow, burned by you, the self was sought by me eagerly. Because of that, this path of mine has been taught by you। Salutation to you। तो अभी वो दुख को बता रहा है। दुख को क्या? तद्वुक्त तपेन हे दुःखं मया आत्मन विष्टया आदरात्। I have respect for you। यह ओ sorrow, ओ सौरो, हे दुख, आपने मेरे को बहुत कुछ सिखाया है। What you have taught is you have only shown me the way towards self। मेरे को जीवन में दुख आया तो मैं भगवान की तरफ देखा, मैं मेरे इष्ट देवत की तरफ देखा, मैं परेशान हुआ तो मैं इष्ट देवत की तरफ देखा। बिकॉज ऑफ दैट दिस पाथ ऑफ माइन हैज बीन टॉट बाय मी, बाय यू। ये जो मेरा रियल में जो पाथ है, व्हाट इज माय रियल पाथ? डिविनिटी। व्हाट इज माय रियल पाथ? सेल्फ। व्हाट इज माय रियल पाथ? अनफ्रेगमेंटेड कॉन्शियसनेस। व्हाट इज माय रियल पाथ? हैप्पीनेस। मुझे बताया, आपने दुख में से बताया। बिकॉज जैसे ये जगत में मेरे को दुख आया, ओ सॉरो बर्न बाय यू, द सेल्फ वाज सॉट बाय मी ईगरली, इसलिए मैं इधर उधर देखने लग गया। पता चला कि सेल्फ ही सब कुछ है, तो मैंने उसको पकड़ लिया। बिकॉज ऑफ दिस दिस पाथ ऑफ माइन हैज बीन टॉट बाय यू। सैल्यूटेशन टू यू, आपको भी नमस्कार हो। श्लोका नंबर 26। मित्र काय मया दाद्य त्वं तज्जेति चिर बांधवा अधिगम्यात्म विज्ञानम स्वस्य नाशा कृतत्वया। ओ फ्रेंड, माय बॉडी, your old kinsmen are abandoned by me today, having acquired the knowledge of the self। your own destruction is accomplished by you। Hey body, what you have done is, you are my very old friend, you listen to me, you are rather giving me a shelter, you are giving me the shelter, but now because with the help of you only I understood the self। so your no more help is required। I will be definitely respecting you, but my first priority will be the knowledge of the self। So goodbye, I am not requiring your friendship anymore। I now have the friend because of your help only। I have a friend known as self। Chirabandhava, Mitrakaya Maya Natvam Tajjate Chirabandhava। I am now not depending anymore on you. That means I am not considering myself as a body. Body consciousness, I know that body consciousness is only limited till this birth, and what comes with that is sankalpa and vikalpa. So I'm not supposed to get there. My job is to see that I have to mind your mind. Minding the mind is only the job for me. So I'll be first giving the priority to mind my mind, and rest things is okay. Shloka number 27. Ekakinya vishunyatya prashante mai dinaya tvaya dukkham na kartavyam mata trushne namastute. O mother, my desire, when I am calmed or ended grief, ought not to be assumed by you, who are dejected, alone, and withering. Salutation to you. So, what is being said is this ahankar and jiva consciousness is dissolved because of the self consciousness within. So, what is the real spiritual practice? Only by vichar we can dissolve the body consciousness, jiva consciousness. So what has to be brought is the samajhdari. You have to have an understanding. So simple. Understanding you have to brought. The sadhana is only that we should know the truth. And what is the knowing the truth? Knowing the truth is properly inquire. Inquire properly. And when you inquire properly, you are dissolved. Upashantam. You get upashantam. You have taken this mind, jiva, ahankar for granted. No, we have to be manasa mana alopya swayam atma prakashate. Inquire about the mind through the mind only. मन से ही मन का विचार करना है तो क्या हो जाएगा? जैसे जैसे मन से मन का विचार करेंगे वैसा वैसा सेल्फ शाइन होना चालू हो जाएगा, मन के विचार कम होते जाएंगे और मन एक दिन डिसॉल्व हो जाएगा. सो मनसा मन आलोक्यम स्वयं आत्मा प्रकाशते. सो दिस आत्मा विल be manifested. Raman Maharshi said, why are you struggling, man? You don't have to struggle. Rather, find out only this. What is this mind? You will come to know that there is no mind, there is only Brahman, there is only self, there is only the contemplative process which is called as unfragmented consciousness. We cannot live without that self. So that is what he said. Then shloka number 28. शतत्वं काम भगवान् विपरीत्वा पराधज दोषा उपशमेकान्तं व्रजाम्यादिश मंगलम. Venerable lust, the blemish produced by wrong offenses are fit to be forgiven. I go to the state of absolute tranquility. Announce your benediction. So what he's saying is kama dosha. So a lust, listen now. Enough of enjoyments with you. Enough of these worldly desires and running after you. Enough. I already dropped what? I already dropped hatred. I already dropped enjoyment. I already dropped pleasures. Now I am also dropping you. Goodbye. Lust is also been dropped. So now last two shlokas are remaining. Nama Sukruta Devaya Bhavatyastu Tvaya Pura Narakebhya Samuttarcham Swarge Ham Abhijojita. Salutation to you, the deity of virtuous act, formerly having been delivered from the hells, I have joined to heaven by you. So now by doing all this, when he was contemplating sitting in a Padmasana, already dropped his body consciousness, already dropped his Jiva consciousness, already dropped his Ishvara consciousness and remaining tranquil, blissful, happy, cheerful, and over and above cool and relaxed. What he's saying is now I am in the heaven. Now this is heaven. What he has dropped is when the meditation he has dropped hatred, he has dropped karma, he has dropped pleasure, he has dropped even he has dropped pleasure, he has dropped the enjoyment, everything is dropped because he wanted what? He wanted to remain in his natural state, that is the self. And that's what he's saying. The last shloka is Bhavantya Sahasa Sahaja Prana Praktana Surudoyo Maya Kramena Dyotkruta Anyunam Swasti Vostu Vrajamyam. You vital airs, vital energies born together with me, my old friends. Today you are indeed gradually thrown out by me. Farewell to you, I depart. So he says, now prana also I am not bothered. I am now one with this divinity, one with that unfragmented consciousness. So everybody has to follow it. Asti and Nasti is at only mind level and not at conscious level. Presence and absence of some makes no difference to me now. This is called as a Bhadruti. Then the mind becomes immaculate pure. And this immaculate pure mind is called as pure consciousness. Immaculate mind ही pure consciousness है. ये न त्यजति त्यज, जिससे सब कुछ छोड़ दिया है उसको भी सबसे आखिरी में छोड़ देना पड़ता है. जो मन ने ही सब कुछ छोड़ा है आखिरी में उस मन को भी छोड़ना पड़ता है. भगवान रामकृष्ण परमहंस used to say very nicely. He used to say कि भाई पैर में एक कांटा गया है. There is a thorn in our leg. So what has to be done? Take another thorn. एक नया कांटा लो. वो कांटे से पुराना कांटा निकालो और दोनों कांटे फेंक दो. Similarly, in the mind, what has happened is, in the mind there is a lot of thoughts are going. So what happens is this mind is full of all complexity, all worry, all frustrations, all suffering, all outwardliness, पूरी बहिर्मुखता है. So what happens is then this is called as one काटा. पैर में एक काटा गया. तो माइंड में एक काटा चले गया. ये सब विचारों का काटा गया. फिर दूसरे विचार लिए. What is that second विचार? Now we are thinking about Thakur, we are thinking about Ma Sarda, we are thinking about Swami Vivekananda, we are thinking about contemplation, we are thinking about divinity, we are thinking about Ishtadevat, we are thinking about self, we are thinking about one unfragmented consciousness, we are thinking about bliss, we are thinking about everything which is divine. So this is another thorn, काटा, दूसरा काटा. तो पहला काटा उससे निकाल दिया. So now we have to go beyond that. दूसरा भी काटा फेंक दिया, दोनों काटा फेंक दिया. So what is the state comes in? The state comes is called as Videha Mukti. This comes as Videha Mukti because what happens is, in a Jagruta Avastha, I am there. In a Swapna Avastha, I am there. In Sushupti Avastha, I am there. In Samadhi Avastha, maybe Samadhi may be for 1 hour, 2 hour, 2 days, 6 days, whatever the days Samadhi is there, I am there. And then you are to go beyond this Samadhi. That means what? You are always there. That means you can't die. So death is an illusion. When you know that the whole world is an illusion, your death is also one of that part. It is also an illusion. So you have to drop the illusion by this illusion only. ये जो illusionary भाव है उसी से अपने को ये drop करना पड़ेगा. So once you come to know that it is illusion, then only this illusion will go. For example, when you come to know that it is the mirage water, वो पानी रियल का पीने का नहीं है. Or when you come to know that it is only the part of that divinity, both the things, whether you are saying asti or nasti, you say everything is divine or you say everything is mithya. Any one thing you say, you will always be happy because you come to know the truth. You are beyond the body consciousness, you are beyond the mental consciousness, you are beyond the Ishvara consciousness, and you are you. You remain as you. That's why Swami Vivekananda used to say, everything is not God. Again, I will say, that's why Swami Vivekananda used to say, everything is not God. God alone is. God alone is. भगवान ही सब कुछ, भगवान ही है, बाकी कुछ नहीं. अपन जो देख रहे हैं जगत में, रिलेटिव जगत, तो क्या देख रहे हैं? रिलेटिव जगत में देख रहे हैं उपाधि. माँ, पिताजी, भाई, बहन, सिस्टर, ब्रदर, mother, wife, husband, all in-laws, outlaws, so many relations, upadhis, and we get frustrated because of these upadhis, because of the duality. क्योंकि कुछ ना कुछ, once there is more than one, so naturally the conflict starts coming in. They may start rag, they may start dvesh, they may start moha, mada, matsar, and likewise all shatripus will come. So to get out of this, the only way is samajhdari. Only way is, who am I? When you ask the question while you go to the bed, who is going to the bed? When you are going to the bed, what happens is when you go inside the quilt, then you have a desire to sleep, the lights are off, you are inside the quilt, all the situations on the bed are perfectly okay, your room condition is ekdam perfectly okay. So you start then what you say that I want sleep, I want sleep. And when your want is dropped, when your eyes drop, what comes naturally is sleep. So who is present in this sleep? Nobody is present there, and that nobody is you, because that nobody, even though the sleep is happening, you still remain in that sleep but in a dormant condition. There is the mind functioning is zero. So moment the mind functioning is zero, you are one with the consciousness. Unknowingly you are one with the God, but you are never knowing that in sleep you are one with the God. What we feel when morning you wake up, you say, I have a very good sleep, very sound sleep I had. That's your association with the God. So anything which happens very tranquility. So that's what we say, that whether you want it or not, whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not, you are divine. यानी आपको पता है या नहीं, आपको चाहिए या नहीं, आपको समझ रहा है या नहीं समझ रहा, तो भी आप डिवाइन हो। वही चीज यहाँ पे भगवान रामकृष्ण परमहंस को कांटे के उदाहरण से बताते हैं। पैर में काटा गया, दूसरा कांटा लो, दोनों कांटे फेंक दो, जब कांटा निकल जाता है। सिमिलरली इन द वर्ल्ड, रिमेन एज ए रिलेटिव पर्सन, डू ऑल द एक्टिविटीज ऑफ रिलेटिविटी, बढ़िया मस्त उसमें एंजॉय करो, जो सिचुएशन जैसा डिमांड करता है, वो सिचुएशन के हिसाब से वैसा जीवन जियो, हर वक्त प्रफुल्लित रहो, हर वक्त आनंद पूर्ण रहो, क्योंकि वो डिविनिटी का मैनिफेस्टेशन हो रहा है। एवरीथिंग इज डिविनिटी। एंड वंस द थिंग्स कम्स आउट दैट you have, when you are doing this 7 by 24 365 days, always keep one more tag, that this is the absolute consciousness. We have the absolute consciousness inner. That means what is there with the world, you should behave like a drashta bhav, जगत के साथ दृष्टा भाव, जगत में नारायण, and with yourself sakshi bhav, inside also narayan. So when you see whether it is the hari ichha happening against our mind, अपने माइंड के अगेंस्ट में हो रहा है, इट इज हरी इच्छा, और वेदर इट इज हैपनिंग लाइक आवर माइंड, अपने मन के हिसाब से हो रहा है, so that is hari कृपा. In the both the situation, mind always remains happy, tranquil, blissful, cheerful, contented, relaxed and cool, because we have understood how to do the contemplation. अपने को पता चल गया कि कंटेम्पलेशन कैसा करना है, अपने को जीवन जीना आ गया है, जीवन समझदारी से जीना पड़ता है। बाहर के लोगों को करने दो उनको जो करना, अपने को अंदर ही अंदर खुश रहना है, और यही जीवन मुक्त की सिचुएशन है, और इसके आगे जाना है वो विधेय मुक्ति है। इसलिए दूसरा टॉपिक बताया गया, चित्त समाधानम, द कॉन्टेम्पलेशन ऑफ द माइंड, एवरीथिंग इज हैपनिंग इन द माइंड। मन के अंदर में ही सब कुछ हो रहा है, मन के बाहर कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा है, मन के बाहर जगत भी नहीं है। जो जगत दिखता है अपना मन कल्पित जगत है, जैसा नींद में अब सो जाते तो जगत कहाँ है, कहीं भी जगत नहीं है। तो सिमिलरली ईश्वर के साथ एक हो जाते हैं तो कहाँ जगत है, कहीं है ही नहीं। तो फिर ये जगत दिखता है, ये यूजफुल है, खाना पीना यूजफुल है, सबके साथ इंटरेक्शन यूजफुल है, सिंपल और डिसिप्लिन लाइफ लीड करना यूजफुल है, अच्छे से जीना यूजफुल है, और जब देह छोड़ने की वक्त आ जाता है तो बड़े प्रेम पूर्वक देह छोड़ना भी यूजफुल है, बिकॉज know for certain that it is his leela, it is not our creations anymore, it is his leela. The person who understands it is either a ram leela or a krishna leela is going on, he can never get frustrated. जिसको पता चल गया कि ये राम लीला या कृष्ण लीला चल रही है, हर वक्त वो खुश रहेगा, भैया कृष्ण लीला चल रही है, कृष्ण के अलग अलग पात्र काम कर रहे हैं, पता है अपने को कृष्ण कैसे करते हैं, कैसे राम का ये रहता है, एक्टिविटीज रहती है। तो कृष्ण लीला लो या राम लीला लो, कोई तो भी लीला लो, और हर वक्त के लिए खुश रहो। तो एक ही मैसेज आता है कि हर परिस्थिति में, हर वक्त में, हर एक्टिविटीज में बी हैप्पी ऑलवेज विद दिस प्रेयर्स। ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदम पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम तत्सत्। श्री रामचंद्रार्पणमस्तु। Submitting the divine fruits to the holy feet of Sri Ramachandra.